Hi, welcome to this next podcast. In this podcast, as we got lot of popular questions that we wanted a strategy for organic chemistry. We wanted a strategy for chemistry in general, and a lot of students are struggling in chemistry at this point of time, and they want some clear directives from Nivedita ma'am how to plan their journey forward. So this podcast is on chemistry. How can you prepare your chemistry well, or what should be your last 4 weeks strategy before JEE Mains to master chemistry in general? So welcome Nivedita ma'am in this podcast.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
We are going to systematically go about one question at a time. So the first question that we got in our comments was how to prepare organic chemistry at this point of time. What should be the strategy to go about it?
Yeah, before discussing organic chemistry preparation, let me tell you overall. Is divided into three branches basically: organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry, and physical chemistry. So, first, let me talk about the weightage. So, organic chemistry weightage is around 34 to 36 percentage in JEE Mains, right? Same physical chemistry, 34 to 36 percentage, and inorganic chemistry is around 30 to 32%. If you see, questions are going to be from every chapter, right? It means there is not such a big difference in the weightage. Up now, as the questions are more from the organic chemistry or how to prepare organic chemistry well, right, for the JEE Mains, because now the time is very less, right? So what to do? So my suggestion is that these students need to write all the reactions together. All the reactions together means preparation reactions and chemical reactions together. Okay. Up now, when they write all these reactions, they will realize that there are so many reactions which are basically they are repeated in every chapter or in different chapters. So it means they do not have so many reactions, but yes, if we go by the total number of reactions, it is a huge number in organic chemistry.
Fine.
Okay. Now, in organic chemistry, we have 6 chapters in general, 6 main chapters. We have 4 chapters like practical organic chemistry, general organic chemistry, nomenclature, and isomerism. And these 4 chapters are the part of every 6 chapters. So, total they have 10 chapters. Total they have 10 chapters, and in JEE Mains, 8 to 9 questions can be asked from the organic chemistry. It can be 10 in some sets, it can be 7 in some sets. But roughly, we can say 8 to 9 questions are going to come from the organic chemistry. Now, if we talk about easy, moderate, and difficulty level, so questions from chemistry are going to be from easy to moderate level. Hardly question is going to be in hard level thing. So mostly questions are going to be easy at we can say 50% easy and 50% moderate level. So that is the overall questions, right? Overall category of the questions from chemistry. Now, if I talk specifically about organic chemistry now, so direct questions are very less. Like, just tell me what is the nomenclature of this one, this compound. So these type of questions are generally very less, and questions are designed from 2 or more topics. Up now, it means questions are interrelated. If the questions are interrelated, so how students can do those questions in less time, because they have to complete chemistry part in 40 to 45 minutes.
Fine.
That is the ideal time. They have to complete. They must complete a chemistry part in 40 to 45 minutes. So it means they should do right questions in less time, right? Or they can do more questions, like in which they have more confidence, right? So if the student is more comfortable in organic chemistry, then they have to do organic chemistry questions. If the student is comfortable in physical chemistry, they have to do that part first. In organic chemistry, then they have to do that part first, right? So we are talking about organic chemistry. Let us not divert this discussion. So in organic chemistry, what they need to write, they have to write all the reactions, all preparation reaction, chemical reactions, and along with particular reaction, they should know the type of mechanism used in that particular reaction. If I give you the idea, like if this reaction is by SN2 reaction, SN1, E1, E2, E1, CB, yeah, which intermediate is formed in this reaction. So they have to write all these points beside the chemical reaction or under the chemical reaction, in
Fine.
which, in whatever way they are preparing short notes, or
And
in
how
whatever way
much
they are preparing chemical
and how
reactions.
much important is it to know the reaction mechanism? Because again, this is a very popular question.
Like, see, for the JEE Mains level reaction, they should know the basic reaction mechanism.
Okay.
Basic reaction mechanism means simple nucleophilic substitution reaction, addition reaction, right? What is the function of the base? What is the function of acid? Like, they should know all these basic reaction, but there is no need to do mechanism of all the name reactions and all. It means
Fine.
they have the idea about the products of the name reaction. What is the product of the Riemer-Tiemer reaction? If they have the idea, they can do the question in JEE Mains,
Okay.
because there are so many questions which are based on the reagent based. If they know the function of the reagent, then they can do that question. So
Fine.
reagent based questions are going to be there in organic chemistry.
Okay.
So reagent function should be clear, and stereochemistry of every reaction is important. So at this point of time, there is no need to go deeper in organic chemistry. What they
Fine.
need to do, they have to write all reactions, they have to write stereochemistry of the reaction, and they have to write the function of the reagent.
Fine.
If they do that part now, then they can do most of the questions in organic chemistry.
Got it. And this one popular question is that again, how much important is NCRT for organic chemistry?
Yeah, NCRT, if they do NCRT very well, so then they can solve 50 to 60% questions.
Okay, but
50
40
to
to
60%
50,
question.
but 40 to 50% still requires some additional help.
Additional help means they should know the tricks to solve the organic chemistry reactions and all.
Okay.
But
Okay.
in chemistry, in obviously in NCRT, tricks are not there, right? They have
Yeah.
complete information.
Hmm.
So if they go by the rule, so obviously they have to devote more time.
Fine.
And if they want to do the question faster, so obviously they have to obviously rely on tricks. So tricks are also important in organic chemistry. If the basics nahi hai, koi baat nahi. If the tricks they know, if they know the tricks, they can do the question.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
So what happened last few years is basically every year at this point of time we would get some students just for organic chemistry.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
students
exactly.
will not have problem in other areas, but organic chemistry is one such area where they will face problem, and we are largely able to rectify those problems using one-on-one classes.
One-on-one classes, and even in 2 weeks, results can be improved.
Okay. Okay.
Because they just need guidance. They know
Okay.
the knowledge, they know how to solve the question, but somehow when they solve question, they get stuck somewhere.
Okay.
So if they need help at that point of time, like how to solve this question, how to eliminate the options, then they can do very well.
Fine. Got it.
They
What
can
you're
do
saying
very
is
well.
even if somebody spends 5-10 hours to understand the tips and tricks, and if he is aware regarding NCRT level knowledge, he can crack those organic
Yes.
chemistry questions. Right?
Organic chemistry. Yes.
Got it. Now, what are your views on inorganic chemistry? Like how to prepare inorganic at this point of time?
Yeah. Inorganic is memory based, and the conceptual knowledge is also important in inorganic chemistry. So in organic chemistry, some portions of every chapter, they are based on conceptual knowledge, and in order to build good conceptual knowledge, they have to rely on NCRT. They must read NCRT.
Okay.
Students should read NCRT, and if they have notes from reputed coaching and all, then they can go for those notes. But I don't recommend to read different books, because there are some institutes, they can recommend ki bhai just read JDD.
I was
There is no
recommended
need.
that. I was.
Matlab, the point is there is no need to read JD Lee, right? There is no need to read, right? So JD Lee is not for, matlab, if they can read, very good, read it.
No, I
But this
bought
is
that
not
book. I
the time.
never read it.
Yeah, the point is there is no need,
I
right?
think for chemistry preparation, this is one book that is the most recommended book also and less read book also. Everybody would buy and
Yeah,
never read it because the book is really thick.
it has too much content. It has too much content. That book is for teachers like us. We have to read that book and deliver good concepts, deliver good points to the students. Because if the student read on its own, they cannot get good knowledge. Yeah, how to extract the knowledge from the statement. They cannot get it. They don't have much understanding of the concepts at this point. So for that, teachers play a huge role in that. We understand the concept, we extract knowledge from that part, and then we deliver it to
Simplify and deliver.
students. Yeah, exactly.
Got it. ठीक है.
We were talking about inorganic chemistry, na?
Yes.
So there are basically three chapters: inorganic chemistry, periodic classification of elements, chemical bonding, and coordination.
Okay.
Completely based on understanding level. So they have to understand the concepts of these three chapters.
Fine.
Then we have qualitative analysis, completely memory based. So they have to read, learn, and write. That is the key role. Matlab, that is a key point. They must write, because in order to retain, they have to write. Only just going, read the content, just read the content is not sufficient
Okay. Got
to
it.
retain, right? So this is very important.
So writing and doing is more important rather than just reading things.
Yeah, and also we have only basically six chapters are from organic chemistry. So six chapters are not
Inorganic.
that much. Yeah, or three are based on understanding level. So we have only three chapters left, na, which requires obviously memory based thing. Yeah, matlab they
Fine.
need to learn more.
Okay.
So
So what
that's
you're saying
fair
is
enough.
basically the
They
whole
can
idea
do
of
it.
remembering a lot of things in inorganic chemistry is basically blown out of proportion.
Yeah,
इतना भी नहीं याद करना होता, right?
itna bhi nahi. Matlab if we talk about only three chapters are there, three chapters so student can learn.
Yes.
Three chapters matlab in maybe in the three chapters also ki there are two chapters in which half of the things we have to learn.
Fine.
Two chapters.
Hmm.
And in the one is this qualitative analysis. Yes, they have to learn.
Got it.
So uske liye bhi we have some tricks to memorize and all.
Got it. Got it.
That's it.
And now if you like have a plan into place where you are doing revision once or twice a week or thrice a week, and then largely you will be able to remember it.
Yeah, definitely. Matlab, this is the high time to study in organic chemistry. This is the most important time.
Got it. Got it.
Just learn it, do the question,
Got it.
and if you want to forget it after the exam, then it's
It's
their
totally
wish. Yeah, it's totally fine. There is no need.
fine. One tip that Nivedita ma'am can't give, I will give for students who can't remember things, because I was one of those students and I end up leaving inorganic chemistry. In the hindsight, I realized that it was a better strategy to solve a lot of questions and through that revise a lot of content. But
Yeah,
I realized
solving
in the
question.
hindsight, basically, at that point of time, I left it.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Fine. Understood. Now, having said that, what is the strategy for physical? This is the least asked question, but let us do it for the sense of completion.
Yeah, physical chemistry is generally good, right? For every student, matlab, because formula-based questions will be there in exam, and if students can memorize formula and then know how to apply that formula into different set of problems, different set of questions, then they can easily do the questions and they can get the answers right also. So physical chemistry is easy. Matlab, if we talk about inorganic, organic, and physical, the physical chemistry is generally relatively easier to most of the students.
Okay.
Right.
So what you're saying is
So
two
it's
things. One, basically know all the formulas, right?
yeah,
And second is do all
all
the problem types.
do all the problems. It will be enough. At this point of time, it will be enough for physical chemistry.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah,
So we have covered organic, we have covered inorganic, we have covered physical. Do you
physical.
have some kind of a strategy if I talk for a student who is already scoring 70 plus marks in chemistry at this point of time? What should they do in the last 4 weeks?
If they, the point is that they should focus on the mock test. They should focus on the mock test. They have to give too much mock test, and when they give mock test now, so they get the idea ki, like this concept is not clear. Then they have to revise that content part.
What they
That
can
will
do
be
is they
sufficient
can
for those students.
prepare from exception basically.
Yeah, the point is that because they know, matlab they know most of the things very well. The point is that when they attempt questions, yeah, during the exam timing, something something is not there with them, right? That's why they cannot get good marks or better marks, yeah, more than 70% marks. So for that, they should do regular mock tests. They should revise regularly. That's it. That is my suggestion.
Got it. So
Yeah.
in order to summarize things, for a student scoring 70 plus marks, write a lot of mock tests. I usually recommend for such a student to write one mock test on a daily basis. Sit and
Yeah.
analyze it, understand what needs to be revised, what needs to be practiced, what is the content that is missing out, prepare those specific areas, and then target increasing next 10 marks, right?
Yes.
Got it. Now, for a student who is scoring 40 to 70 marks, what is your strategy?
It means content is not clear. The content is not clear. So what they can do, they have to do the revision. They have to focus more on the content part, and then they can give the mock test. Ultimately, they have to analyze the mock test, and whatever the missing part is there, then they can revise that missing part. So that is the important part,
Got
right,
it.
for those students.
Understood. So what you're saying is basically write mock test in moderation and focus
Yeah.
more on the content part, and whatever you don't know, get that right first,
Yes.
rather than blindly writing lot of mock test papers.
Yes. Yes.
Noted. And
Yes.
what about a student who is less than 40 marks at this point of time?
Yeah. So first, so they have to identify the area in which they are best. Like
Okay.
if they are good in physical chemistry and inorganic chemistry, then they can go for it. If they are good in organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry, then they can go for it. Because physical chemistry, organic chemistry weightage is around same. So what they can do right now, they can go for two branches, two things like physical chemistry and organic chemistry, and they can do variety of questions. They can get the content right, right. And for the third branch, what they can do, just read NCRT and get the basics, or just try to absorb the basics from the NCRT level.
Got it.
This is
Understood.
the very good strategy for those students.
Understood. Makes sense. So whatever you know, prepare that really well, so that
Yeah.
at least you are able to get marks from there. And what you
Hmm.
don't do, at least do it from NCRT, so that if there is a simple question, you are able to attempt that.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
definitely.
fine. Now, if I talk about at this point of time, general mistakes that students are going to do, that you know that I have told this multiple times, still the student will go ahead and do this mistake. Is there
Yeah.
something?
Calculation error, calculation error.
Hmm.
Too much approximation while doing the calculation. There is no need to do in chemistry part, right? If they want to do in maths or physics, then they can go for it, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
If teacher suggests that part, but in chemistry part, there is no need to take too much approximation.
Hmm.
Read the question carefully. And one more thing, what they can practice at this point of time, how to eliminate the options.
Okay.
Sometimes question is not clear. They get the knowledge from one statement,
Hmm.
right? Up now when they read the options na, so they can relate with that options. So they should know the elimination method in order to get the chemistry questions right. This is a very good strategy, and students don't practice usually. They say,
Hmm.
"Oh, I don't know the question. Let's not do it," and आगे चल जाते हैं. But if they
But does
practice
this
very
work in
well,
all the three parts, like physics,
not
physical,
in
organic,
not
inorganic, or just in the physical part?
no, it works in the inorganic part more.
Okay, fine. All right.
It works in inorganic part.
Okay.
Not in organic. I'm not saying organic because organic options are very complicated or they are very close.
Hmm.
If they do one mistake, na, they cannot get the answer right.
Fine.
Physical chemistry, mein, to there is no need to do these things because they know the formula, they know the concept. So just do it and solve the question.
Got it.
So,
Because sometimes I used to face problem with this because I was very good with elimination. But whenever I
okay.
did elimination in organic or inorganic, chemistry in general basically has to get negative mark because of exception हो जाता था.
Oh, nahi, inorganic mein they can do.
Okay,
Even
fine.
in my videos, just like in D&F block coordination, so I have discussed so many questions.
Hmm.
Matlab, I have discussed the concept, right? But I have discussed the elimination method
Method as
also.
well. Hmm.
Yeah, ki how to get the question right, how to solve the question. That's it.
Got it. Great. I think we have covered all the broad areas. We have talked about what should be the strategy in organic. And if I try and sum
Hmm.
it up, organic strategy was to prepare the basic content right, get the mechanisms right, what kind of
Hmm.
reagent is going to work where, get that part right, revise it, and then practice a lot of problems to understand the connection between the topics.
Yes.
If I move towards inorganic part, your strategy was basically focus more on the NCRT part. Do not try and do a lot of books, etc. If you want to watch something,
Yes.
go and watch your recorded videos on YouTube that you are putting down. And those
Yes.
for those students who can't revise a lot, and at least 2-3 revisions are recommended on a weekly basis. If they can't revise a lot, then at least they should practice a lot of problems so that through that the retention is getting practiced.
Yeah.
Mhm. And for student who think that inorganic is all about remembering things, it is overblown. And only 3 topics are there that needs a lot of revision. Rest of the things have certain level of things to retain, but not that much.
Yeah.
For physical,
Exactly.
you recommended 2 things. One is basically students should be very clear with the basic formulas that are going to be applied in the question. They should understand the problem types, where to apply what. And for that, again, you have
Yes.
recorded a very detailed YouTube videos in which there is 1.5 hours, 2 hours of video in which you have clearly shown that what problem types and how to solve those problem types.
Yeah. Definitely.
Got it. And at the level of general strategy for the students who are scoring more than 70 marks, it is recommended that at this point of time to solve at least one mock test paper on a daily basis, analyze it deeply, understand what needs to be revised, practice, and content that needs to be remembered. For
Yes.
students who are between 40 and 70, what they should do at this point of time is focus on getting the basic content right and do at least few mock test papers on a weekly basis, at least one or two. Students who are less than 40 should only focus on those areas which they are really good in. Try and prepare
Yes.
that
Yes.
up, and whatever they are not doing, at least go over those ideas from NCRT, so that at least if there is an easy question from that topics, it gets covered. In terms
Yes.
of pitfall, we talked about 2 and 3 pitfalls. The first one was the calculation error, and I have a take on it. Usually calculation error happens when you lose awareness in the exam. So do start practicing mindfulness at this point of time. Whenever you're doing a question, try and keep your brain on that question only. Don't think about other things, other questions, other things that are going to happen after the exam, something that happened before the exam. And consciously practice this while doing the exam. Consciously practice things while you are living your life for the next 60 is 4 to 6 weeks, largely speaking. So when you are watching something, just watch it. When you're eating something, just eat it. Don't do multi activities at the same point of time. Another
Yes.
thing is basically not reading the question correctly, and I think this is again comes over the awareness, losing awareness in the exam. You are reading something, you are understanding something, then you're doing something else. So obviously your answers are not going to match. So that sums up the discussion that we had done for the last few minutes. Anything else, Nivedita,
Yes.
you will want to advise the students? One
Yeah,
last advice.
definitely. How to do revision in last 4 weeks. So first of all, for inorganic chemistry, I recommend thrice in a week. Revision is important. For organic chemistry, just revise it on the basis of the preparation level, and then they have to solve questions. If they can solve questions daily, at least 30 to 40 questions daily for organic chemistry, then they can go for it, right? Like first, what can they do? They can solve 40 questions of first chapter hydrocarbons, then they can solve 40 questions of next chapter. So in that way they have sufficient time to prepare basic content knowledge related to organic chemistry. And if the question is going to be very simple in the exam, then they can do it right. Okay, and now next is they have to prepare formula sheet, they have to prepare reaction sheet if it is not prepared at this point of time. So they have time, just prepare it, because these are very important things
And
for
also, they
their
are available in the description of your videos, right?
description box. Yes, they are
Yeah.
also available, so they can get the idea from that part. But the point is that they can take the help from that, but
Hmm.
if they write it now, then they can retain it for a longer
Fine.
time.
Got it.
So matlab, they can get the help, but
But you need to
idea is
write
that,
and remember these.
they need to write,
Got it.
right? And next, just in physical chemistry, some graphical graphs related question will also be there, also in organic chemistry and all.
Hmm.
So they can categorize graphs related questions separately, ki how to solve graphs related question.
Fine.
This is also the one of the thing, or this is one of the pitfall also, because students generally missed on graphs related question. They can do
Fine.
graphs related question in physics very well, but not in chemistry. But we have so many questions which are completely based on the graphs.
But that you have simplified in your videos, right?
Yeah, I have simplified.
Got it. So
Yeah.
highly recommended to watch PRACBEE videos that Nivedita ma'am has
Yeah,
made for you.
deadly.
Because all these nitty-gritties at the level of subject you can only understand if you go and watch those videos. So this was not a session to rectify not or a solution to not watch this video. This is a video to be consumed along with one-shot videos that you are already generating. There is a lot of useful content in mathematics and physics as well. So how was this podcast? Let us know in the comment box. And if you think that something we did more, something we did less, and also let us know. Is there something else you want to be discussed in the upcoming podcast video? Do let us know. We are going to take those topics on priority. And yes, give us a feedback how we are doing. And it will largely encourage us. Recommend this to your friends if you really like this video and all the videos of PRACBEE. And this will give us a motivational boost to make more useful content for you. See you
Yes,
until then.
definitely.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
If you like this video, you will also like PRACBEE's unique one-on-one last mile journey program. In this program, we sit with the student, understand their preparation till this point of time. And based on that, in step 2, we write a customized planner just for you to help you optimize your marks in JEE Mains exam based on whatever preparation you have done. In the step 3, we sit with you one-on-one by a set of faculties aligned by PRACBEE and help you implement the customized plan that we wrote for you. Students have come to us with limited no or good preparation and all have been able to score their marks to a large extent. Ashish, using this program, was able to improve his fortunes by lot, starting from 95 percentile in JEE Mains attempt 2 to getting selected for mechanical in IIT Madras. Ditya, over a period of time, was able to crack into JEE Advanced using this program. If you think that this seems interesting to you, click on the link below in the description, fill the required details and somebody from my team will get in touch with you.